Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ask Barry V Show. I'm Barry Vanover. This is Miles Baker. Mr. Baker, what is going on in the martial arts industry this week?
Holiday sales, full swing.
Holiday sales. You know, I've been talking to you guys, or we have, when I'll let Mr. Baker talk. Sometimes I don't let him talk. But we've been discussing the Christmas sale. We've been telling you that we've been preparing for this for at least 3 months and getting the merchandise together. We gave you guys a bunch of ideas on how to run your Christmas sale. Now, a wave of our clients that ran their sale last week, and some are running their sale this coming Saturday. Okay, but let's look at some of the results. And by the way, anytime I say something on this show, if you think it's bullshit, call the people that I say and just ask them. Right? So don't sit around thinking somebody's giving you a line of crap. Just verify it. And I suggest you do that with anything that you're going to spend time and energy. If you hear an idea and you're going to spend time and energy and money toward doing it, you better make sure it's for real. Right?
What you're about to say, I would think, is bullshit.
What
you're about to say.
Right now?
The numbers that I know that you're about to say about, it was pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I would think is bullshit. Yeah.
How about Jason Solis?
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Solis has a school of about 160 students.
Mm-hmm.
He did $26,000 at his Christmas sale Saturday, one day sale.
I think he was like 4 hours.
Right?
I think. Yeah.
Eric Arriaga, I think, did $14,000. Ricky Lamb in England did $35,000 plus some US dollars at his Christmas sale. One day. $35,000. Now, let's continue what you guys may perceive as BS, but Aaron Hensley in Augusta, Georgia, did over $70,000. Now, all of these clients that we mentioned are also Studio Pro clients. They're our management software customers, and they run their point of sale through Studio Pro. We can actually see what they do and verify this, right? And I love it because Aaron always takes a snippet on his phone of his Studio Pro numbers and sends it to me. It's just I can go look at it myself, but he always sends it to me. $70,000 at his Christmas sale. Now, that is within 3 locations. He did 1 location Friday night sale, 1 Saturday, and 1 Sunday. $70,000 in Christmas sale, right? And we've been teaching our clients and going over our clients, for months on how to do this. And Al Garza, 2 locations, over $78,000 that he brought in 2 locations at their Christmas sale. All these people were in one day.
Yeah.
One day. Now, we got some more clients that did their Christmas sale we haven't heard from yet this past week. And then we got a bunch doing their Christmas sale this week. We'll keep you focused. Hey, but the main important thing is it's not too late to do your Christmas sale, right? Whether you have custom merchandise like we do made, you probably could still pull some stuff off. We might even be able to help you fast enough. If you really get on it and you call, we've got some products that we did for some independent schools that we could quickly put your logo on and help you organize some cool products and t-shirts, custom stuff. But you'd have to get on it and have to call us ASAP. Otherwise, even using stuff from Century Catalog, some of the other supply companies, and organizing your Christmas sale, don't forget a lot of that money didn't just come in merchandise, but it came in membership sales. Upgrade program sales, birthday party sales,
Summer camp
sales, what else?
Private
lesson packages. It's all kinds of different things that made it so successful, right? So we'll keep you posted on the next show about this week's results. Okay, but let's go ahead. Let's get started with the show and go some of the questions.
So our first question this week came from Tom W. He says, I love your show. Thanks for doing it, and don't stop. So it's nice of him to say. He says, on a recent show, I heard you talk about drills for skills. Can you explain what this means?
Drill for skill, we have used this term for 20-some years. A drill for skill is a classroom drill that we design. It's not martial arts style specific necessarily, that we design to do a couple things. It excites the students. It's fun. We have music playing. It disguises repetition of some basic martial arts techniques. So they're practicing their side kick or their round kick or their punches and they don't realize it. And it also allows us to tie in some mental and physical benefits of teaching martial arts all in that drill. drill time we allow on lesson plan, we probably allow 10 minutes to set the drill up and conduct the drill. Sometimes a drill might last 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes, whatever, right? But that's what we say is a drill for skill. And we have a program on our Instructor University that has 80 some drills that's designed around how we stripe our students through the 6 qualities of a champion: speed, power, focus, intensity, accuracy, and excellence. So it's tied in with the color of stripe on their belt and their physical martial arts curriculum of earning that belt. Now, not what style you do, right? It doesn't matter what you teach. And we've got some other cool drills, style specific for BJJ and Muay Thai and Krav Maga and things like that. But this program is designed for any style of martial arts student. So, Tom, that's what we mean by drill for skill. Okay, hope that helps. And if you need drill for skills, just go on to instructoruniversity.com, and $197 a month, you can get our entire drill for skill program, black belt excellence program, and online instructor college. Hey, Nick, you want to make sure that you put those URLs up on when you edit this, okay, for everybody?
Our next question comes from Alexandria B. I often get complaints from new parents about testing fees. How do you handle these complaints?
Ooh, man, don't you hate that? You get a new student.
Yep.
It's always new students that complain about testing fees.
Yep.
And I hate that when you got to explain that. But I think Andrea's problem, Alexandria?
Yep.
Andrea, whatever her name is.
Alexandria, yep.
What her problem is you're failing to communicate in the right time with these people. The best time, the most excited a student and a parent's ever going to be is the day they sign up. So that's why you need to inform the parents about testing fees the day they sign up. Don't leave that part out, and then you get up to a couple weeks before graduation or testing, and you start talking about testing fees. Then they want to know about it. That's when you're getting, that's when you're probably getting the objections and the problems. So we also use the same thing to cover our checklist, right? So we got a new student checklist. After they've signed the paperwork, we go through, 10 items maybe?
Maybe, yeah.
That we want to make sure they know about. And we actually have the parent initial it. Because if there's any uncomfortable things that we want them to know about, we want them to know then, initial it, we put that checklist in their file. That way if they claim they didn't know about it, we can pull the checklist out and show them, we discussed this with you when you initialed it, right? So really proper communication is what's going to help you handle those types of things. Now, if you've already in that situation, you got a couple parents complaining, the best you can do is tie the testing fees in maybe with an association like Premier Martial Arts, or tell them that that includes the graduation, the rental, the facility, the staffing, the test itself, the belt and certificate. Kind of try to explain of all the different things that go into putting on a nice martial arts graduation. Then after you get through this hump, just always make sure you put it on the new student checklist and you tell them about this ahead of time.
Our next question for this week comes from Robert J. My classes are getting jammed. I was thinking of expanding to the space next to me that is open. How do I know if this is the right decision?
Well,
It's a quality problem.
a what? That's a good problem.
Yeah, quality problem, yeah.
Right. So how do you know? To me, I wouldn't rush to go expand to the next floor. I would look at my schedule. I would look at how many people I can really fit on the classroom floor. Can you do anything at all to your schedule to fit more people in comfortably? Can you limit the number of days that the student goes? Like for us in Premier, we limit the number of days. Little Billy signs up on Monday, Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Even though on Monday, Wednesday, later that day, we might have a belt and age rank, another class for his age and belt level, but he can't come to that, or he can't come Tuesday, Thursday. He signs up for a specific exact 2 classes and times a week. So by limiting the number of times people come, you can fit more people on your classroom floor. I would rather do something like that than go to the trouble of blowing the wall out. Maybe you've got, 1,500 square feet space, and you blow it out to get the next 1,500. Now you're doubling your expenses, your electricity. Man, I would really look at your class schedule and see if you could rework it, whether you move some classes around or you limit the number of classes people can go to. Get creative with that schedule before you go busting walls out and just blowing your overhead up. Then if you've done all that, then it's time. You actually are knocking the wall out. But you've got a massive, you got a great schedule. You limit the number of times. You're just fitting too many people.
And I would say for owners that find that hard to grasp is regulating students to 2 times a week. I think I had a hard time with that when I first addressed that topic. And it was because from a gym mentality, it's always as many classes, and I can come in the morning, I can come in the night, I can jump around. But now that I have kids, I realize for at least the youth, that's how it is. My kids do gymnastics, they do music lessons, they wrestle.
Dance
it's
lessons,
certain time. You
cheerleading.
can't just pop in anytime. So any owners that's listening to this thinking, how in the world can I get people to commit? It's actually very, very common, right?
Now, if you've got a big school, even 150, 160, 200
Yeah.
students, and you're going to go try to assign everybody 2 classes,
Right,
it
you're
can
gonna-
be done. That's going to be
Yeah.
painful,
Yeah.
right? Let's not joke around about it or mislead anybody,
Yeah.
but it can be done.
Absolutely.
But I think it would be worth it. So just be careful when you go and try to blow out the walls and increase your expenses. You know, let's put some money in our pocket, invest our money, put it in the bank instead of, you know, let's be smart about it.
Our next question for this week comes from Ty P. Do you use any source of motivational speaker or company to help you get motivated and stay focused?
I mean, yeah, Ty, back in the day, I did the Anthony Robbins, 30-day program or something. That's about as motivational as I got. I thought it was a great program, and I still remember some of the things in it. But as far as like currently today, I mean, there's so much free information on YouTube, and yeah, I love TED Talks. I don't follow any one person, but I love TED Talks, and I love Gary Vaynerchuk and some of his stuff. You know, but I don't really. We read a lot of books, you know, but I don't really follow any. Do you follow anybody that motivational?
What
wise?
motivates me is that people did $70,000 on a Christmas sale in one day.
Right.
Yeah,
That
and I'm-
motivates
and I'm
me.
joking.
Hearing what people are doing
But
motivates me.
I felt like at early times of my career I would get like hyped up on motivation,
Yeah.
but then I didn't know what to do with it. You know,
Well, that's the problem. It's always
Right.
it's always pump you up, get you excited,
Yeah.
but where's the
Right.
nuts and bolts? Where's the instructions? Where's the how-tos?
after I get the motivation, I need exactly
You know, the
steps.
whole motivational thing came about from Dale Carnegie program. Is it Andrew Carnegie? Wait a minute. Andrew Carnegie is the whatever. Dale Carnegie is the personal development guy that wrote How to Win Friends and Influence People. And then they know that spun off Zig Ziglar, and Zig Ziglar spun off like whatever Tony Robbins and all these people. All of that started was from motivating salespeople. Zig Ziglar and Dale Carnegie were motivating salespeople. These type of people had to go out door to door and sell insurance, and go out door to door and sell vacuum cleaners, and go out door to door. So all of that became, you know, that type of thing, on getting people to hit higher sales numbers and be motivated.
Yeah.
I remember we have a large corporation, a top 500 corporation here in town that builds mobile homes, Clayton Homes.
Right, yeah.
And I remember when I was a young martial arts instructor, this guy paid me $500 to go in a room of salespeople and teach all of them how to break one concrete block.
Yeah.
And then they were going to do it and break it off, and then they were going to go do little sales seminars in these regional areas and break a concrete block in front of all of them or something weird like that. But all that was really designed for salespeople. Nowadays, you know, we're not really salespeople. And getting motivated, if you're an entrepreneur and you own your own business, man, you better be motivated from results and better be motivated to make money. Go out and find the how-tos and quit worrying about the motivation and the pump up and the rah, rah, rah. I'm not saying that's a lot of that stuff's not good, but you know, I think seeking out the answers will motivate you.
Absolutely.
You know, I know when I visit a school and I see what they're doing, that's fun and exciting and motivating. One thing's for sure though, if there's somebody out there has achieved something, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to figure out how they did it.
Absolutely. Our last question for this week comes from Frank K. He says, a new martial arts school just opened up near me and in a better location than me. Should I consider moving?
That's
kind of a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Now, here's the thing. Listen, I don't know what your competition is. I don't know who it is. Who it is might mean something. If a guy really knows what he's doing, can put a hurting on you. You know, maybe they got more money to market. Maybe they're part of a large organization or franchise, and they got a lot of money behind them. Who knows? I would investigate who they are. But as far as moving, here's what I would do. If I had some competition coming in town, I would just want to make sure my product was amazing. I would spend my extra money instead of moving at first, was making sure that my product was better than his product, that my customer service was better than their customer service. And I'd make sure my marketing was better than their marketing. And I would be learning or implementing and spend money on my Facebook marketing, my marketing in general. I would just try to outmarket them and outservice my students and outservice them. the decision on moving all is going to be based upon your location. Can you get out of your lease? If it's time to get out of your lease or time to sign a new lease, you should look at location. Are you in a crappy location, right? Location is everything. So maybe it's time to move, but it doesn't have anything to do with what this new guy's doing in town. We're competing with him no matter what. But make the decision on moving based on, is it a good idea to move? Do you have too much space than you need? Is your lease over? Can you find a better location? You know, all of those types of decisions on whether I would actually move. It wouldn't really concern me about some new person coming into town immediately. Okay, but I would be concerned about competition, and I would be outworking the guy for sure. You know, that's one thing that I always say that maybe I don't say it so much as I'm getting older, but I always said, man, you know, one thing I feel good about is you could take everything away from me, all the premier martial arts and all the students and the schools, and change my name and drop me off into Average Town, USA, and I'll do it all over again because we have the systems to do it all over again. Right? It doesn't scare me. It doesn't faze me. Yeah. You know, those are some good questions.
Those are good questions.
Questions are getting better, man.
Yeah.
You know, before it was just simple stuff. So now it's making
us think a little bit.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.